So yeah, I went to the grocery store this morning, as I was saying, and you know, I'm getting food and everything, and I look over and I saw this beautiful little bouquet of flowers that just was calling to me. You know, one of these little bunches that you get at the store, and this one was under $5. It's got some carnations in it. It's got some, I guess these are little dianthus, these little things right here. I don't know if you can see these little dianthus. And I thought, you know what? How many of you know how to do flower arranging? You know, you get these things and you can just kind of stick them in a vase and call it a day, you know, but I'm going to show you, I actually took flower arranging in college, if you can believe that. Yeah, it was one of those elective things, and it was at 3:40 in the afternoon, I think is what it was, and it was a perfect time of day to sit in a classroom and have flower arranging. What a pretty thing and fun thing to do. And then just in time for, if I remember correctly, we got out of that class just in time for happy hour. Yeah, college happy hour. You know, I had my fake ID, and so off I was to the bars after flower arranging. So anyway, that's a whole nother story in itself. But so I picked up one of these little bouquets here today, and then I got to thinking, you know, I need to teach people how to actually arrange flowers. If you've not ever taken a flower arranging class, I'm going to share with you my one whole semester of flower arranging that I did in school in about, maybe 20 minutes or so. So you don't have to pay whatever it was, $300 a credit hour to learn this right now, because I'm going to teach you exactly what I learned. And it's beautiful here in my neck of the world. And so, you know, I got to thinking, I'm going to get these little flowers and I'm going to doll them up a little bit more. So I took a walk this morning and I started finding different things. I have a whole jug full of different things from the yard. These are all little things from the yard. And I'm going to show you what you do. Okay, here is rule number 1 for those of you watching right now, and those that are going to be on the replay. You need a thriller, a spiller, and a filler. Those 3 words. If you remember that, you can produce beautiful flower arrangements. Okay, so your thriller is what I picked up for me, for instance, today. My thriller was that I got these little carnations. Carnations was my mom's favorite flower, and so, you know, I think these are carnations too, actually. I picked this little bouquet of flowers, and they smell so wonderfully. So, you know, and I thought of my mom, you know, the whole 9 yards, what fun I had growing up and all that stuff, you know, and how my dad always gave her carnations on their wedding anniversary because that was her favorite flower. And so I thought, you know, that just right there told me this was my thriller for the day. So anyway, so I got this little arrangement, and it does come with these little packets, which is perfect too. You put this in the water, you know, and that's fine. And if you're joining me, hi Joanne, how are you? How are you? If you're joining me, just say hi, so I know that you're here, number 1, and tell us where you're from, you know, if you want to, that is. So anyway, here is rule number 2. Okay, rule number 1, for those of you that's just joining us, you need to remember 3 words. You need a thriller, a filler, and a spiller. Now you can probably guess what these are. The thriller is your focal point, or the thing that you like the best, or the beauty of it. It doesn't have to be flowers. It does not have to be flowers, but you know, I'm kind of in the flower mood today, so I bought these. I bought these little carnations as I was sharing. The filler is just the stuff that you put inside to fill up your jar or your planter or your vase or whatever it may be, and the spiller is things that spill over the edge of your vase, your plant, or whatever. So those 3 things apply to everything. Hey Kim, how are you? Kim from Kansas. Those 3 words apply to not only flower arranging in vases and things, but they also apply to planters. And even in your yard, if you have a focal point in your yard, your thriller, then you have some filler around it or whatever, and you have some spillers. So those 3 words. Okay, that's the first rule of flower arranging 101. Hey Lynn, hi, nice to see you. Nice to see you. So the first thing that you're going to do is, if you get these from the store, is you're going to want to cut them off, because you always want, see these, I don't know if you can see this stem right here. Let me see if I can get here. Yeah, can you see this thing? You want to cut it off at an angle. So you take, and you probably want to use a knife, but you know, I'm using a scissors. So you want to cut it, see if I can get in here. You want to cut it so that it has an angle like this. And you see how it does that? Okay. Hey Sandy, hi Sandy. The other thing that you want to do, and grab a vase, or grab anything that would be some sort of a container. You know, you can use anything. You can put Oasis in the bottom of it, stuff like that. But this is really an inexpensive project for me today, and so I didn't get Oasis, I didn't get anything. I just have my leftover vase from probably flowers that John got me. And so anyway, so what I'm going to do first is, here's secret number 2 of flower arranging 101, and that is Scotch tape. Yep, use Scotch tape in your arrangements. And here's what we're going to do. I am going to take a piece of Scotch tape, and we're going to put it over the top of this vase like so. See? Can you see what I've done? And you're going to put it in a checkerboard pattern. Just, you're going to leave a little bit of space in between each one of these. Okay, you see that? Okay. And so we're going to continue this. Keep going. And I use Scotch tape. You can use the real florist tape. You know, again, you can get as expensive as you want in this thing, but I think Scotch tape works just fine. And so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so this one doesn't, well, that's too long. We're going to use a different one here. We just need a short one here on the end. Okay. Okay, there you go. See? Kind of looks like a checkerboard thingy. Not yet. It's a stripy thingy right now. Then we're going to come back and we're going to go the other way. Across the top. This is the secret. Those of you that are watching now, this is the secret. Now, you know, flowers make me happy. I don't know about you guys, but it just, they do, you know, and I think my main reason for doing these videos and bringing them to you live is that I want people, come on, I want people, I think people need to be appreciative. They need to have happiness in their lives, and you know, this is a small price to pay today. I've literally spent under $5. It was $4.87 on these flowers today, and that's all I spent. So there, you know, you're very capable. It's very possible to do these arrangements very inexpensively. Okay, look at that. See that pattern? All right, here we go. So now I'm going to, I like to start with my thriller. And so I am going to start with my carnations. And so what first of all you need to do is figure out how tall you want them. I think that might be right. That might be pretty good for a center one. So we're going to just, in fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut off this little nub down here just to get rid of that so that it goes through my tape a little bit. And look at how perfectly standing, well, you can't see, can you? Look how perfectly standing up this little, that one little flower is, okay? Number 1. And we're going to continue doing this. That's about right, but I'm going to cut this nub off down here too, in an angle like I told you. And this one's going to go, you have to play with it a little bit, but, and you may find that you're going to have to take them all out. You know, start over, but this one's a little too high, so I know you can't see that. I'm trying to bring that back here, so I'm going to cut off right here, and that guy's going to go in here. Then we've got these very cute little things. I don't know. You think I should put some up further than the others? Probably. Let me cut this little thing off. Like I said, you always want to cut your angle off a little bit. Get rid of some of those things. And there we go. This is going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible when I'm done. So let's just do this. We'll cut these little guys off. This little thread here. This little leaf. And put this one over here. You know what? I probably should move my camera back just a second. Move it back just a little bit so you can see it. That's probably better. Now you can see the whole arrangement. Of course, all the colors behind me too. My goodness. Okay. Like I said, it's a gorgeous day here in St. Louis. I hope where you are. Hi, Linda. How are you, hon? Is it gorgeous out in your neighborhood? Probably so, because you're close by. And I don't want to cut this off because it's cute. This little bloom right here. So I'm going to leave this on. And we're just going to start turning this thing a little bit. This little guy, I think I want over here coming out. So I'm going to cut that one off at an angle. Get rid of some of these little spindly things. And you obviously don't want it the same height. You know what? I think this one, oh, there we go. There we go. We'll push those down a little bit more. You know, and we can always push these carnations up too, you know, if you want to. I'm using them all. I mean, I'm a firm believer that if you've got this whole bunch, there's nothing wrong with loading it up. You know? That's what I think it is. Alright, and we got one more. And I think this is pretty close to what I want it to be. And so, let's see here. I think I'm going to put it in with this same one right here. Okay, we're coming along here. All right, now, let me take a little drink of my secret little formula here. Yep, Cedar Hill, that's where you're from, Linda, and I guess it's nice out there, because it's nice here. Now, I went shopping for my other things out in the yard, and this is honeysuckle. And so I'm going to just stick this stuff in here. You'll see what the difference it makes in a minute. This is what I gathered this morning. I showed you on my walk. I gathered some Vinca minor is called. And I'm just going to tear off some of these leaves down below and stick them in right here. Something like that. I may not have enough stuff, but we'll see. I got an awful lot of this stuff. For those of you just joining us right now, this is the thriller. This I'm working on is filler and also spiller. If you can see here, I've got some that are going to spill out. I'm going to cut that one off. This is going to spill over the arrangement. Yeah, here. Whoop. That way you get rid of some of that stuff. And this is just going to spill over. You see how that's hanging down? So you need a spiller, a thriller, and a filler. Really my filler is going to be something else. I consider this my spiller. Vinca vine. There, got it out. Because it kind of hangs over, if you can see a little bit when I was picking it up this morning. So, and just get rid of some of those leaves. Now, spillers don't have to be all the way around either. This, I consider this kind of a spiller too. This is the honeysuckle. And so we're going to just kind of throw that in. This way, we'll leave it the way it is. Throw that in right there. And where else do I need honeysuckle? This guy needs to come up here. I'm going to get rid of a couple of them down here. Put that in right there. Then I went right to the tree right behind me and picked some Jack maple little leaves. And so we'll add that to this. This one I think is going to be too big, so I'm going to cut it all off down here. Okay, well, already that's looking pretty good, don't you think? How fun? Yes, it is fun. Evasive. Oh my gosh. Yes, let me mention that. This little plant right here is on the evasive list, and what that means is it is going to go everywhere. So if you've got it in your yard, my suggestion is to mow that sucker down, because it is really an invasive plant. It's on the invasive list to get rid of. So everybody's getting rid of it because it just smothers out everything. And so then I went to the neighbor's yard and I cut off some boxwood, mainly because I like the color. You can see how different the color is compared to everything else. So this is going to be my filler. Okay? So wherever I need to go, I'm going to put this in as my filler. And I have little holes that I still have left in my, I might need more. I might need some more of that because that looks kind of cute in there. I'll get some in a minute. Then, this is liriapede. And this thing goes all over the place too. And I thought, so this I dug up out of my backyard. So I thought that might be kind of cute in there too, to have a little filler. Again, the fillers are kind of upright, I guess. That's kind of how I feel about them. And the spillers are things that tumble over the side of the base. So I'm just going to put some of these in here. And now I only filled my vase up about halfway with water, which I will of course fill up to make sure all the roots are in here of the other plants that, you know, are just little bitty things. So this is a big one. That's a big one that I found. So he's going to go right in here, I think. Let's see if I can get him in there. And over here. Really, if you can do in threes, that's kind of the rule. If you can remember to get things in threes, it's prettier that way, I think. And let's see if I can make a little hole in my Scotch tape here. I think I need to make another little hole in this one. Obviously, I put, well, maybe not obviously, because I am a college graduate and had a class in flower arranging. The Scotch tape was put on there in a crisscross pattern for those of you joining me right now, and the reason for that is to keep the things hanging up, you know, or staying straight up. Thank you for the tape idea. Yeah, very clever. Yeah, and that was, you know, I paid a lot of money in college to learn that, Linda, so you're getting it free today. So, anyway, I think I might be done. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go get next door and get a few more of these little things, but here it is. Here is a beautiful spring vase that literally cost under $5 because I only bought the flowers from the store. You can also make it totally free by just going to your yard or your neighbor's yard and cutting off some blooms of things. The lilacs are in bloom here, the azaleas are in bloom, so cut those things off and make that your thriller, you know, if you want on the, you know, for your vase, and then get your fillers and get your spillers. Now this again relates to both vases that you do for inside. This relates to vases that you can do inside for like this one, or I can leave this out actually tonight, probably because we're in nice weather. But you can also do this in your pots. If you have pots, patio pots and things like that, you need a thriller, a spiller, and a filler. And I kind of do them in the order, just what I said. The thriller first, put the thriller in the center of your pot, on your patio pot. Put your spillers around, put your fillers on the inside, you know, whatever. Actually, I would do it reverse for a patio pot. I would put the thrillers in, then the fillers, and then put the spillers around the outside. Spillers are things like sweet potato vine, something called licorice. What else is out there? You guys can give me some help. Thanks, Becky. Very beautiful. Thank you. Gonna do it for sure. Perfect. Oh, I love it when people do crafts that I share. Please share with me also. If you do something like this, if you do something like this, at least send me a picture. PM me with the picture, or send it to me to my timeline, or send it over to my craft page here on Facebook, which is Crafts and a Carafe. And because I'd love to see it. I love, you know, in my opinion, every color goes together. So something like this I would consider to be monochromatic because of the pinks, but you know, there's so many different things out there in the world that are so beautiful right now that you can do anything, you know, anything. So I was talking about the spillers. That's sweet potato, it's licorice. There's something called Lysimachia, which is a common name is Creeping Jenny, which is a very cool color. All of those are spillers. There's also an annual called lantana, which there's two types. There's a mounding lantana, and then there's a trailing lantana. And the trailing, obviously, would be the spiller. Those are all things that are spillers. And so if you guys have any suggestions or things that you've done in pots, I would love to see what you've done. I will be also sharing some pots, you know, that the patio pots and things like that, to give you all some ideas as far as what you can put in your pots too. So thank you so much for joining me. So much. So good to see green. Yeah, oh my goodness, Mary Beth is up in Maine. I think that's where she is, and I don't know if she's still in snow, but yeah. This just makes me happy just to be in springtime here in St. Louis. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you learned something and gave you some creative ideas for the summers coming here in the States. If you're watching from down under, then you're just leaving. You're starting to get into fall, and there are beautiful things that you can do with fall also. So anyway, that's it for me now. Go make it a great day wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining me. It gives me so much excitement that you've joined me here live, and even those that you are on the replay, I appreciate you. I appreciate you because this is what keeps me going. Yeah, I love doing this, and I will be back soon. I can't tell you when. I was trying to do it every Saturday morning, a live craft class every Saturday morning. But I tell you what, time has gotten away from me right now, and so I know probably in June I will be on more of a concrete schedule, but for now, just stop by, okay? That's it for me now. Go make it a great day wherever you are, and I will see you very, very soon. Mwah!